Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Angry All the Time, an emergency guide to anger control, by Ronald T. Potter-Efron, narrated by Bob Dio. Introduction. This is not a nice book. It's not supposed to make you feel better. In fact, after you listen to it, you might feel worse for a while, until you start doing things a whole lot smarter. Face it, if you're listening to this book, you probably have a serious problem with anger, or violence, or both. You get angry over ridiculous things. You say and do stuff you later regret, and then you do the same crap all over again. You've lost friends, lovers, jobs, and maybe your freedom, because you can't control your temper. If you haven't lost much yet, you will soon, unless you learn how to do things differently. You could be the partner of an angry person. He or she is making your life miserable. You've tried everything you can think of to keep things calm, but nothing works. You don't know what to do anymore. You don't want to leave, but you can't live this way. You could be both. Lots of really angry people live with equally furious partners. Angry people attract other angry people. I'm not talking about people who get a little too angry once in a while. Hell no, they're amateurs. They don't need to hear this book. Point them to a nice book on assertiveness. They don't know anything about real anger, do they? But I'll bet you do. You know how to get really mad. You've been so full of rage you couldn't see straight. You felt like breaking every bone in somebody's body. You've watched yourself losing control. You've wanted to lose control so you could smash people and objects. You've thrown stuff and destroyed lots of things with your rage, including relationships. You've hurt people's feelings a lot. But so what? They deserved it, didn't they? You insult your partner, criticize your kids, piss off your friends. And you never say you're sorry or admit fault. You blame and shame. You never explain. You are habitually angry. You get mad so often, you've forgotten what it's like not to be angry. Anger is your best friend. Maybe your only friend. It's become just about the only feeling you have. Goodbye, happiness. So long, joy. Forget sadness and fear. What's love got to do with it, anyhow? Anger, and more anger. That's what life is all about nowadays. You're angry all the time. You're like an oven set on broil, or a flamethrower that never runs out of fuel. Yet you wonder why nobody seems to want to get close, don't you? Resentments and hate. You're good at those too. Let someone mention your ex, and you start screaming. Your parents can go straight to the devil after what they did to you. You won't even talk to them anymore. You've got more enemies than most people have shirts. Your specialty in school was hate, and you were a straight-A student. This is not an AA book, but the first step in the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous sure applies to you. Just change the word alcohol to anger, and your version might go like this. We are powerless over anger, and our lives have become unmanageable. Your anger has taken over your whole life. It's got you. You may not want to admit it, but it's got you. If you don't believe me, try going a week without getting pissed off even once. When that fails, try going 24 hours. I'm not talking about wanting to wring somebody's neck and making yourself stop. That's like drinking vodka in the bathroom when nobody's looking. I mean, honestly, not getting mad about anything. Keeping cool, chilling out. Good luck, friend. You'll need it. Angry people come in two genders, male and female. Some are violent. They hurt anybody they can, which usually means people who are smaller than they are. Dad hits mom, mom beats the kids beat smaller kids, the smallest kid kicks the dog. Some angry people use their mouths like fists. They beat up people with words, mean words like whore and asshole, and other phrases I won't repeat here. They've forgotten how to say anything decent like thanks or I love you or please. Many angry people express their anger in both ways. They are violent and they attack with their words. Normal anger versus problem anger. Everybody gets angry once in a while, but most people know how to deal with their anger. Their anger tells them something is wrong. Then they figure out what's bothering them. They do something to change the bad situation. They check to find out how well their action worked. If what they did or said didn't work, they think about it some more and try something else. If the action worked, they let go of their anger so they can get on with their life. Here's how the normal chain works. My anger tells me I have a problem that I need to think about, and then say or do something, and then check out the results, and then change what I do if the first thing failed, or let go of my anger if it worked. Enter the angry person who does things differently. Here's how. My anger tells me everything is a problem that I constantly think about, and then I come on too fast and too strong with what I say and do. Then I ignore the bad results. So I fail to change my actions, and then I won't let go of my anger. Familiar? Let's look at the angry person's responses a little closer. Everything is a problem to get angry about. Most overly angry people are also overly sensitive. They are too easily hurt, thin-skinned, quick to feel insulted. One result is that they get angry all the time over stuff other people would ignore. We all get dozens of anger invitations every day. An anger invitation is anything that we could use as an excuse to get mad. For instance, the driver who cuts in front of you, the too hot coffee or too cold soda pop, your partner saying, "No thanks, dear, not tonight," a child who keeps playing when it's supper time, the lawn that keeps growing, someone at work who leaves early and often, your partner saying, "Yes, dear, tonight," just when you were sure you'd be turned down and made other plans. Just about everything else people say and do. Other people learn early in life to say no thanks to most anger invitations. Why? Because anger is a lot of work. It tires you out. Besides, if you get mad at everything, that's all you'll feel. There won't be room for anything else. Habitually angry people have never met an anger invitation they didn't like. They say, "Yes, certainly," to way too many of them. The grass keeps growing, does it? It can go to hell and take that damn lawnmower with it. Your partner turns you down. Good. That gives you a chance to complain for hours. Shake your fist at that driver. Throw the soda pop on the floor. Shout at the kids. Tell off that guy at work once and for all. Accuse your partner of being an animal for wanting sex so often. What's that line from the song? Oh yeah, everything's coming up anger for me and for you. Well, okay, the song says roses, not anger. But we're talking about a thorny problem here. Besides, what right do you have to correct me? I'm writing this book. You're making me mad. Oops. I did it again. I got mad over nothing. Sorry. Constantly thinking about what makes you angry. I'm so mad at her. She treated me like dirt. I lie in bed for hours thinking of what she did. I wake up in the middle of the night with my teeth clenched. My friends are sick of hearing about it. My parents won't even listen anymore. Obsession. To think and think and think about something, that's called obsession. Angry people become obsessed with what they're upset about. They think about the harm that's been done, how troubled they are about it, how they can get back at the person who hurt them, And on and on. The more you think about what makes you angry, the angrier you get. It's that simple. You can spend hours dwelling on your anger, but you'll only end up more upset. Anger leads to more anger. Hey, who eats the most ice cream? The people who think about eating ice cream the most, of course. So who do you think eats the most anger? Coming on too fast and too strong. If only all that thinking led to smart actions. But it doesn't. Instead, the too angry person often says and does things he or she regrets later. Why? Because they make two mistakes. First, they say or do the first thing that comes into their mind. They cuss, or make threats, or go storming out of the house, or break things. Their anger controls their behavior, and the result isn't pretty. Their second mistake is that they convince themselves that what the other person did is terrible, horrible, awful. To find out just how terrible something is, I ask the man or woman in my office to use a 10-point scale. Just a tiny bit bad is a 1, 5 is pretty bad, 10 is absolutely awful. How about that crazy driver? 7. The children not coming in for supper right when you call? 9. Turned down for sex? 11. 11 on a 10-point scale? I said 11, and that's what I meant. That's horrible. I can't stand it. I hate it. How can he do that to me? It makes me so mad. See what I mean? They get so upset they can't think very well. So, when they decide to do something, they come on too strong. The kids get in 10 minutes late. Other parents would be a little annoyed. They'd say a word or two, then everybody would eat in peace. Not the rageaholic. How dare you come in late? Who do you think you are? Are you trying to question my authority? Well, I won't stand for it. You can make your own meals from now on. On and on it goes, all through supper. Another meal ruined. Maybe the next time the kids won't come in at all. No sex? Turn me down again, huh? Well, that's the last time. I'm out of here. That'll make you pay. First, angry people accept too many anger invitations. Then they get way too bothered about them. Then they say and do foolish things that only make the situation worse. What else could you do to mess things up? Plenty. Keep listening. Ignoring bad results. Hey, that was great. Keep doing it. No, that's not working. Try something else. Feedback. Ed Koch, the ex-mayor of New York City, went around every day asking New Yorkers one question: how am I doing? He lasted several terms, partly because he listened to their answers. Angry people get a lot of negative feedback from partners, families, employers, and friends. They get lots of messages telling them to relax, to quit being so angry. They ignore these messages. What do you mean, relax? How can I, when she did that to me? Don't tell me to ease up, buddy. I have a right to be angry. In fact, they tell themselves they are doing just fine. It's those imbeciles out there who have a problem with my anger, not me. I want to be mad right now, and nobody can stop me. Right you are. Nobody can stop you. But you. And you aren't interested. I'll be talking soon in Chapter 3 about the anger rush. That's the surge of adrenaline that you get when you're really angry. The rush keeps people angry partly because it feels good. It's a powerful feeling that's hard to give up. That rush also makes it hard to get accurate feedback. The anger feels right. True, others say it's wrong, but it feels right. Better ignore them. Stay angry. Don't change a thing, even though it isn't working. Ree Lasker, a recovering alcoholic with a wonderful sense of humor, tells a story about a drunk and a normie. Both are sitting in a room with two doors. The normie goes out the first door. Boom! There's a huge guy out there who clobbers him with a baseball bat. He falls back into the room, rests a bit, and goes out the other door, which is unguarded. Now, it's the drunk's turn. He immediately heads out the first door. Boom! He gets smacked. He falls down. He gets up and walks out the same door. Boom! And again, boom! He stumbles around, stunned, only to head out the same door for the fourth time. This time, no guy with a baseball bat, no boom. So, he goes looking for him. Why do angry people keep going out that same door? Why don't they change? There are at least two reasons. First, they believe their anger is useful. They aren't hearing the bad news. They don't want to hear it. Ron, you tell me my anger's a problem, but when I get really mad, I get what I want. You're all wrong. Oh yeah? Aren't you forgetting the bad results? The endless arguments? The people who still won't talk to you? The troubles at work? Your anger is doing much more harm than good. Admit it. Second, angry people stay mad because they don't know what else to do. They've been angry for so long, that's all they're good at. They have become anger specialists. They're awfully good at what they do, but start talking about other feelings and they get uncomfortable. People who keep doing the same thing usually get the same results. You will too. Don't let go of your anger. Some people cling to their anger as if it were a life raft on a raging sea. They have a motto, never forgive and never forget. Sure, Billy apologized for standing you up at lunch, but let's not accept that apology. Stay mad. That will show him. Some angry people don't know what to do when they're not angry. That's one reason they stay so angry. Anger is their lifestyle. They don't have another. Besides, they've got to get ready for the next anger invitation. They can't let their guard down. They never know when something might happen that they can get mad about. This way, angry people stay ready for trouble. They never quite relax. They're always a little angry, just waiting for the next round. Put all these habits together, and you have somebody in big trouble. The habitually angry person gets mad too easily, stays mad too long, and uses that anger poorly. Why? Why would anyone want to become so angry? That's like asking why someone would want to become an alcoholic. You don't choose it, you become it. But this is important. You, and only you, can do something to quit being so angry. Not your lover, not your friends, not your probation officer, teacher, mother, or father, or the guy sitting next to you on the bus. You. The rest of the book. Well then, what exactly do you have to do to quit being so angry? For starters, listen to this book. It's divided into two parts, understanding the problem and taking action, and 13 chapters. Chapter 1. My life is a mess because of my anger. Frankly, if your life was great, you wouldn't be listening to this. Your anger is screwing you up. You're getting in trouble. Your health may be going bad because of your anger. You've been so mean that you don't even like yourself anymore. It's time to get honest with yourself before your life gets worse. Chapter 2. Why? 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 Why did I become so angry? Why did this happen? What's made me so angry? Was it the family I grew up in? Bad luck? Is there something wrong with my mind? This chapter sorts through some of the ways people learn to be angry all the time. But don't look for excuses here, just explanations. No matter how crummy a life you've had, there is no excuse for continuing to make a royal mess out of the present. Chapter 3. Why can't I stop? The 6 main reasons people stay angry. One or more of these 6 things keeps you angry. Power and control, giving away responsibility, poor communication skills, the anger rush, a defense against feelings and closeness, or habit. Chapter 4. The Anger and Violence Ladder. There are 8 steps on this ladder. The lowest one is for sneaky anger. Things like forgetting on purpose. The top rung is blind rage, where the goal is to destroy whatever gets in your way. Chapter 5. The 3 main goals of anger control: prevention, containment, and problem solving. You can control your anger, but you need a plan. And plans begin with clear goals. Here are the 3 main goals you'll need. First, prevention. Don't get mad in the first place. Say no to most of those anger invitations that come your way. Second, containment. Don't blow up when you do get angry. Keep your cool. Third, problem solving. Figure out what you need to do to make your life better, and then do it. Chapter 6. 4 ways to become less angry. Change. That's what this book is all about. You must change 4 things if you want to get less angry: your nasty actions, your negative thoughts, your body's over-angry reaction to problems, and even your mean spirit. Yes, that will take a lot of work, but the only alternative is staying the way you are now, angry all the time. Chapter 7. Fish or cut bait. It's time to make a promise. Shit or get off the pot. Here's your chance to make a commitment to changing your life. Not a one-day promise, not an "I'll try, but" guarantee of failure. Either you plan to take steps to quit being a rageaholic, or you're wasting your time. Chapter 8. Climbing Down the Ladder, Part 1. No more violence or threats. Pretty obvious, isn't it? Or is it? It takes a lot of guts to give up bullying tactics. Do you have the courage to talk about stuff instead of throwing a tantrum? Chapter 9. Climbing Down the Ladder, Part 2. Keep that foul mouth shut until you learn to talk right. It's so easy to badmouth people, but I'll help you learn better ways to talk if you're ready to use them. It's called respectful communication. Give it to others, and you might even get some back. Chapter 10. Believe it or not, they're not out to get you. Paranoia, anyone? Let's look at the crazy thoughts angry people have that make them create enemies. No, your partner doesn't hate you. If he or she did, they'd be gone by now. It's time to get your thoughts clear. Chapter 11. Saying goodbye to old resentments. I know they're old friends, but do you really want to hang on to ancient hatreds when all they do is make you sick inside? Are you ever going to be ready to get on with your life? Chapter 12. I Need Help Too, a chapter for partners of angry people. Am I crazy for loving him? What do I do when she goes nuts? Should I stay or get the hell out? Am I getting to be way too angry myself? If you're going to stick around, you need a survival plan. If you decide to leave, don't mess it up with useless guilt feelings. Chapter 13. Finishing Up. Asking for what you want is a skill. To learn it, you must be willing to quit trying to manipulate, con, or threaten others. Fair fighting is possible, but not until you quit raging. To repeat, my goal is not to help you feel good. Not now. You need to feel lousy for a while. You're a habitually angry person, a member of one of the least happy groups known to humankind. You've earned every bit of your misery. Now, how about doing something about it, so the rest of your life isn't as bad as it's been up until now? Part 1. Understanding. Chapter 1. My life is a mess because of my anger. Anger is a strong feeling. It can get you into a lot of trouble. Want to find out how much trouble you have with anger? Of course not. It's easier to deny the problem. Who, me, angry? They must be thinking of somebody else. I never get mad. Or to minimize. Well, maybe I have a little anger problem, but it really isn't that bad. Or to justify. You'd be angry too if you grew up like me. Or to blame others. Well, sure, I get steamed a lot, but it's all his, her fault. let's cut through the crap right now. You're no innocent victim. You're not the nicest person walking around. Be honest. No more bullshit. Quit lying to yourself. You are an angry person, a very angry person, a rageaholic. Need proof? Keep listening. You're going to provide it. If you're honest. What a mess. The results of long-term anger. Picture a large circle cut into 8 pieces. That circle is like a pie, and each piece is a slice of your life. It's your own personal anger pie. Each slice is one major area of your life that you have damaged because of your anger. These are the names of the slices: health, family, work and school, money, friends, the law, mood and personality, values and spirit. I'm going to tell you about some of the most common problems angry people run into in each of these areas. At the end of each section, take some time to write down the ones that you've encountered. There may be others that aren't on my list. You'll write those down too. Health. Here lies Dirty Dan. He was an angry man, always crabby, always mad. He died young, and we're glad. Unless you do something about your anger soon, that's what your tombstone may look like. Charles Spielberger is a psychologist who has studied anger. He and many others discovered that anger is a health hazard. He isn't talking about just getting mad for a few minutes once in a while. That's normal. He's talking about staying angry for long periods of time or getting furious a lot. Too much anger can kill you. How? Anger triggers the fight or flight response, the surge of adrenaline. Strong anger is an emergency reaction. It's as if your body is saying, "Danger, danger, do something now, be alert." Your blood pressure rises and stays high long after the danger is over. As a result, angry people suffer heart attacks and strokes. The angrier you get and stay, the more likely you are to die young. If you don't believe me, look in the mirror the next time you get pissed. The red face, the clenched fists. You're like a pressure cooker, getting ready to explode. Long-term anger can take years off your life. But that's not the only health risk. What about the time you got so mad you punched your fist through the window and needed 20 stitches to close the wound? Or the time you broke bones hitting the wall? If you're a fighter, how many times have you been clobbered, knocked out, hospitalized? Maybe you beat the other person up too. But regardless of how each one turned out, all those fights wouldn't have happened without a short fuse on your part. An angry person behind the wheel of a car is an accident waiting to happen. How often do you spin out of the driveway without looking to see if anybody's coming down the street? Angry people don't just get mad at others. They sometimes hate themselves too. That's when they do things like smacking themselves on the head. "I'm so stupid, stupid, stupid," or cutting or burning themselves. And then there are the blackouts caused by rage. These aren't drinking blackouts, although drinking makes them more common. These are times you get so angry that you almost lose consciousness. You don't pass out, though. You do all kinds of dangerous things, like yell and scream, attack the whole gang at the bar, go berserk. These blackouts are a sign that your anger is out of control. Is this fun? No. Then do something before you die at age 50 from an aneurysm directly related to a lifetime of anger. Take a moment and write down the health problems that are related to your anger. Family. Go back and listen to the epitaph again. Why do you think the last line says, "He died young and we're glad"? Because living with an angry person is a bad trip, that's why. It's not that your partner or kids quit loving you, although they might. Who could blame them for not loving someone who complains, nags, bullies, and tries to control all the time?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?